Okay. So now we'll talk about what is what we'll be doing for the last week to complete this module, since every module should take 4 weeks to complete. And this is the start of week 3. Next week is week 4. On Canvas, it's due. This that I'm going to go over is due at the end of week 4. But as I will reiterate, I understand that life happens, and you may not be able to meet that deadline because you have to take care of life. I am not going to punish you for it. So when you are able to get around to doing it, you do it. As long as you do it before the due until date, you'll be fine without any penalty for turning things late. So using your Azure credit that you received, you will build an infrastructure of your choice based on the content that we covered in this module. So make an infrastructure however you want, whatever you want, that uses the information we covered in the last 3 weeks. Through Discord, you'll schedule a time to meet with me, and you'll show me what you are doing. I'll give you the green light to create a video showcasing your work. Now you notice that I didn't say you have to make a 15-minute video. You have to make a 30-minute video. You have to make a 6-hour. I did not give you a time on purpose because I want to be able to give you the freedom to be creative. Create the infrastructure you want. Still showcasing topics that we've covered and showing your understanding of them, but I don't want to say it has to be this long. Like if you understand it, you'll be able to explain it in the time that it'll take you to explain it, and that's perfectly fine. So you create, you come up with what you want to do and how it ties with the content we covered. You'll talk to me about it. I'll give you the green light. You will make your video in however form you want. Then you'll submit that video to me, and I will grant you your points. Are there any questions on that? First question that I can think of is no, you do not have to have your camera on. Your voice will do just fine. Other questions? As I try to think of some that I would think of as a student. You don't have to get infrastructure up, so we don't need to get infrastructure approved before making the video. I mean, if I were you, I would already start building it. And that way, when you meet with me, you just say, hey, here's what I am building. Here's stuff that I have already, stuff that I'm already doing. And here's how it ties to the stuff that I'm talking about. So it's not just conceptual. You already have something. Do I have any examples? I do not. I want to leave that creativity to you. So look at the topics that were covered in this part. It could be something like having a VM locally connected to the cloud, and then add things like the policies and the SLAs or other things that we cover that you found interesting. I really want to leave it open. I don't want to box you in. into a certain thing. And the reason why I'm being this open with it is because when let's say you get hired to a company, either as a managed service provider or their IT, and you notice that they need to be moved to the cloud because they're running old systems. Well, you're going to need to be creative in how you're going to do that. So I want to give you that freedom to be creative, to come up with an infrastructure. It does not have to be complex, but it does need to show the stuff that we covered. You don't have to do an infrastructure that covers every little thing we talked about, but it does need to show that you are understanding the topics that we covered and you're implementing them. So as we go into the next module and cover more stuff, that you could use that new knowledge to add on to the next skill submission. So this is your start. And again, I want to give you the freedom to create an infrastructure that you want, that shows your understanding what we've talked about, and also gives you an individual and unique setup. This also does not mean you have to think of it on your own. You can share ideas with others and get some feedback. That's why we have Discord. That's totally an option too. Talk with others. But I do want everyone to have their thing. Other questions? Okay, I see none. But if you do think of any, feel free to reach me on Discord. And with that, I'll stop the live stream and recording.